everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about health and fitness. Over the course of my channel, in the comments, people have asked me, not only on my YouTube, but also on my Instagram, people have asked me for my diet and my exercise routine. Like, what kind of foods do I eat, and what kind of exercises do I do? So I thought, just to mix things up a little bit, because obviously the majority of my channel is tutorials and product reviews, but I thought maybe it's time that you guys get to know a little bit more about me. A lot of you do know I'm married. I have 2 children. My oldest is going to be 15. He's going to be a sophomore in high school this year. I can't even believe it. My youngest is 12, so he's still like my baby, and he's still, I mean, they're both my babies, obviously, but my 12-year-old, he still will cuddle with mommy, and when they're 14, 15, it's like, we're just embarrassing, and nothing you can say or do is cool or correct. So basically, that's how the majority of my time is spent when I'm not talking makeup and making videos and doing makeup looks. It is just, being a mom. And, a lot of you, I'm sure, can relate. The years have gone just so fast. Time just flies by. I look at these girls doing videos who are 25, 26, and I started in makeup at age 22, 23, and it just went by in the blink of an eye. I feel like I was just their age yesterday, and I was working, one of my first jobs was at Trish McAvoy at Saks Fifth Avenue in Atlanta, and I mean, honestly, I remember it like it was yesterday. So back then, when I was in my early 20s, diet and fitness didn't really play a huge role in my life, because luckily for me, I come from a family of pretty tall, thin people. So I do believe that genetics plays a huge role in, obviously, your weight, what your body comes out to be when you are 30, 40, 50 plus. And people warned me that the time would come when I wouldn't be so lucky. I wouldn't be able to eat everything I wanted to and just work out when I felt like it and stay a thin weight. So while I've remained, I am a size 6. After my youngest was born, I was probably at my lowest weight. I'm about 5'7", a little over 5'7", and my lowest weight right after my son was born was around 128. And I was really happy with that. I was a size 4, which I'd been most of my life. In high school, I was that girl. I was the girl who could eat anything and not gain an ounce. I remember in high school, my senior year, we would go out to lunch. There was, I don't know if any of you from the Midwest probably are familiar with Little Caesars Pizza, and they had something called Crazy Bread. And I think it still exists. I mean, we have some here in Las Vegas, but if you're watching from another country, you're probably like, what are you talking about? It's a pizza place, and they had Crazy Bread, which is this delicious, garlicky yumminess bread. And then you got crazy sauce, which is like this red marinara sauce. And that's what I would eat for lunch pretty much every single day. I would eat Crazy Bread and sauce. Like, now I don't touch the stuff, but Crazy Bread and sauce is what I would eat every day. The only exercise I did was, in high school, I was on the pom-pom squad. So I had practices twice a week and games, but it wasn't like that much. But I was just lucky I had the metabolism that allowed me to eat whatever I wanted and not have to worry. And as I just said, throughout the growing up and college, I still never had an issue. After I had kids, wasn't an issue. It wasn't until the time that everybody kind of warned me about, which was 40. Everybody told me, all my girlfriends that are a little bit older than me said, oh, things are gonna change and your metabolism is gonna slow. You could have thyroid issues. And I thought, no, I'm pretty stubborn. And I thought to myself, no, not gonna happen to me. I'm gonna work at it, and it's not gonna happen. So when I hit 40, nothing really changed. It wasn't that bad. I did start noticing that, the jeans that I used to wear, I had always been like in a size 27 jean, or like most of my jeans run 26, 27, 28, 29. I would be like a 27, 28 in most jeans. But cut to 2013, when I turned 40, those 27s were pretty tight, and I was moving up to 28, and you know, still wearing a size 6, which is perfectly fine. And I also feel that when you do get older, a little extra weight is good. If you're too thin, like, not to put down any of those like Real Housewives or wherever, if you watch any of those shows, I do, I'll admit it. A lot of them, they're just so skinny, and I think that it ages them a little bit, because I think a little bit more meat, for lack of a better word, just makes you look a little bit more healthy and more youthful. So I wasn't mad about it, but then the scale started going up even higher. I'd always my whole life been in my mid 120s, mid 130s, which I was fine with. Again, I'm 5'7". I thought as it got to 140, I thought, you know, everybody has their weight. I'm not saying that if you're 150 at my height that you're fat. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is that, and I'm sure most of you understand this, for each individual person, their weight is, well, personal. And there's a weight that we all feel comfortable at. There's a size we all feel comfortable at, and we get depressed when it's not what it was before. I mean, just let's face it, ladies and gentlemen, aging can be depressing. Some people love it, but some people love pregnancy. I hated pregnancy. So everybody's different. But overall, I think the majority of women would prefer that we stayed in this like 30-40 range, because it is pretty awesome, I think. So anyway, I decided that I was going to do something about this process. I thought to myself, I really need to get into working out and eating better. I mean, the party is freaking over. So when I first moved to Las Vegas, which was also in 2013, and I joined a gym, and I had always loved Pilates, because let me say this, I hate working out. I hate it. Again, some people love it. I think most hate it, but I hate working out. And I especially hate just running on a treadmill or running or doing like a Stairmaster for 40 minutes or whatever. I cannot do it. I don't care if I have the best music on. I just get so bored and I just can't do it. And cardio has never been my strong suit. I decided I was gonna do Pilates. So for the first 2 years that I was here, I would go to Pilates 2 to 3 times a week. First, I went to a Pilates studio before I joined the gym. I went to a Pilates studio and I did like the reformer classes twice a week. I couldn't really afford to go more than that because it's $25 a class. And I know some of you around the country are like, that's cheap, because I've heard that it can be like $40 a class. But still, for me, $25 a class twice a week was plenty. I couldn't afford to go more. So while I liked it, I felt like it wasn't enough to see results to only go twice a week. And I got bored, because even though they would try to hit all this different equipment there, I just got bored. After I was there for a year doing this twice a week, pretty much nothing else. Didn't really change my diet much either. Didn't really notice any results. So then that's when I joined the gym, because I figured, well, I'll join a gym that has Pilates and other things. So if I want to take other classes, I have that ability to, like if I want to take a cardio class or a boot camp or something like that. Well, I was there for a year, a little over a year, and I loved my Pilates teacher, Lisa. If you ever watch this, I love, love, love Lisa. And so it was mostly a mat class, but then once in a while, if there were only like 2 or 3 of us, she would take us into the reformer room and we would have a reformer class. So I did that for a while, and I really didn't do anything else. And again, didn't really change my diet. So I wasn't really seeing the results I wanted. But then I decided, towards the end of going to that gym, I did start to notice some weight gain and some just, I don't know, it just seemed like it wasn't enough. Doing Pilates alone just wasn't enough for me. And I don't like being on a diet. It's very, you know, I don't know anybody who loves being on a diet, but I had never had to watch what I ate. So to be on a diet was very, very difficult for me. So I better speed this up a little bit. So anyway, I joined a gym, and I joined a 24-hour fitness, and I got a trainer, and I was working out several times a week with her, doing hard, I mean, lifting more weights than I'd ever lifted before. Just, she had me doing things. I was miserable. I hated it. I swore at her all the time. I apologized after I swore at her, but I'm like, you know, like most people are when they're working with the trainer. They really push you, and it's hard. Anyway, as we did the measurements and the body fat percentage, the body fat went down, my weight stayed the same, my measurements stayed the same. I'm like, she's like, oh no, it's good, you're losing body fat. And I'm thinking, I don't want to just lose body fat. Of course I want to lose body fat, but I also want my clothes to fit better. I want to notice, I want to lose a little weight. I mean, let's be honest, ladies, a lot of us, we shouldn't be number centric, but we are. So I gave up on the trainer thing only because, again, it's really expensive to work with a trainer. So I decided I'm just gonna start taking the classes. So I started taking more classes. I started taking Body Pump 3 times a week, which if you're not familiar with Body Pump, it's just choreographed weightlifting that you go through every single part of your body. And then I would try to do cardio. Like I would, do at least 20 minutes. I get so bored on a treadmill. So I would do some cardio. I started taking a cardio dance class, which I loved. Cardio, it's like a hip hop cardio dance, because I knew I had to get cardio in there somewhere. I couldn't just lift. So after a couple months of that, things still weren't changing. So cut to May of this year, I had a girls' weekend with some girlfriends, obviously, that are I want to say quite a few years older than me, but I'm early 40s. They're all 50 and a little bit up. And we were talking about working out and, the struggles and everything. And they had told me about, that it's just something that happens as you get older, that again, it could be your thyroid, it could be medications, it could be just hormones, whatever it is, your metabolism just changes, and it's just so much harder to lose weight, and your diet really becomes a huge part of, losing that weight. So they told me about, sorry, the crunching is the pasta I'm going to show you in a minute. It's the Fast Metabolism Diet. Now, I'm not affiliated with this company at all. It's just something that they told me about, the girls told me about. And basically, it says you can lose up to 20 pounds in 28 days. Obviously, I don't want to lose 20 pounds. I wanted to lose like 10. So what this book is about, it's basically cycling your foods and eating certain things on certain days. It's not restrictive as much as like some other diets that I've maybe tried over the years. Only because I just thought, I'm not, like after I had the baby or something and I wanted to lose weight, I would do like the South Beach diet or like the 21-day fix you might have seen. So there's phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. I'm not gonna go too much into detail about it because you can always look it up. But what I love about it is that there is an app that you download on your phone, and it's called the Fast Metabolism Diet. Yeah, Fast Metabolism Diet. So this is what it is. This is what it looks like. And basically, like, it's telling me, like, I restarted today. I restarted the whole thing today. So if I hadn't restarted, I would be on phase 1, day 15. So you plug in the time you wake up, and they want you to eat, basically wants to keep your metabolism going. So it wants you to eat every 2 hours or so. So like, say I woke up at 7:30, I haven't entered anything in today, but I would select my breakfast, and it tells me what I can choose from. So like, my fruits today were blueberries, and it gives you a chart of like the fruits that you can pick from, because it won't let you have certain fruits like strawberries or bananas or grapes, because those have a very high glycemic index, which raises your blood sugar, I guess. So I added my blueberries, and then for my grains, it gives you all these options, and then like brown rice pasta, brown rice flours, kamut, I don't know what a kamut is, K-A-M-U-T, millet, what is that? Oatmeal, that's what I did, oatmeal with blueberries. So that was my breakfast. And then for lunch, so it's pretty much kind of goof proof. Oh, this is my snack. At 10:30, then they want me to have a snack, so I have to pick one of these fruits. And it tells you the amount, like it'll say 1 cup or whatnot. And then like for dinner, I have to have a protein, a veggie. Veggies are always unlimited. And then a grain, which again is like brown rice, or pretty much what I stick to. I don't have a very broad palate. I don't like a lot of vegetables, unfortunately. My husband says I eat like a 5-year-old, because I just don't like a lot of vegetables and things that are good for you, I guess. So that's why this diet is good, because while I don't use a lot of the recipes in the cookbook, because I find them kind of, let's just say, there's a lot of ingredients in here that you're like, what? Like, I've never heard of it before. And you probably don't have, like, okay, let's just read one. This is Greek meatballs and veggies. So yeah, you might have fresh mint in your house. You might have jalapenos, bell peppers, mushrooms, but do you have coconut aminos in your house? Do you have fennel or margarine? I don't even know what that is. So my husband lovingly calls this the rich people's diet because he says you have to spend just so much money buying all these little, you don't have to, because I certainly didn't. I did buy a couple of the things. I'm like, oh, I need to get this and this. And, you know, it's just, there's a lot of like prep involved. Like, for instance, I am gonna be eating a lot of brown rice because that's a lot of the other grains that are listed, not for me. So I don't mind the brown rice. I kind of jazz it up with some lemon juice. I put celery and carrots in it, and I just eat that for a lot of times during the week. So I'll make like a big pot of that, you know, on the stove, and then I'll store it, and then I'll just heat it up. Grilled chicken, because there are 2 days. The first 2 days, you're just eating a lot of proteins and grains. No, fruits, proteins, and grains. And then the second 2 days is basically all protein and vegetables. No fruit whatsoever. And I love fruit, so that's super, super hard for me. So you have to have a lot of fruit stocked up for the first 2 days. Then you have to have a lot of protein and veggies stocked up for the second 2 days. And then on the third day, the next 3 days, a little bit more broad, you can add in like your healthy fats, like your olive oils and things like that. And basically what I do is I do it pretty strictly Monday through Friday. And then Saturday is like my cheat day where I don't like go hog wild or anything, but I'll go out to dinner, I'll have wine, I'll have, you know, cocktails. And that's like the big thing is that, you know, when the girls were telling me about this, like, well, you can't have, you know, they don't want you to have coffee, which isn't gonna happen. I'm still having my coffee. And two, that I have to cut out alcohol, which also isn't happening. So within the first 10 days of doing this diet and exercising, because the diet also tells you, well, doesn't tell you what to do, but it recommends the type of exercise you should do based on the foods you're eating during that phase. Like if you're on Mondays and Tuesdays, it recommends you start on a Monday, which is why I restarted today. So Monday, Tuesday is your fruits and your grains and your proteins, and it says you should do cardio. On Monday, Tuesday, you should do cardio. And then on the second phase, when you're eating a lot of protein, is when you should do more lifting. And then during phase 3, they recommend just yoga or Pilates or getting a massage, which, okay, can you tell my husband I need to go get a massage? I do tend to, like, I'll do still cardio and other things during those phases. So I do change things up a little bit. I'm not really strict with this, but I was so excited to have lost those 6 pounds after not seeing the scale move for like 5 months. I was really, really excited. So I've been off the diet and on the diet over the summer because taking a lot of vacations, it's really, really hard. So I just get right back on the horse. You know, today is Monday. I'm like, I'm doing this again. I have a friend's wedding that I'm standing up in a couple weeks, well, about 6 or 7 weeks. And I want to look good, and I want to, you know, drop a couple pounds that I may have gained on those trips. So I'm back on it. And I'm just going to show you really quickly some of the things that I eat that I really like. So first of all, obviously like brown rice. A lot of fruit, a lot of berries, which is good now because it's summertime, and you can get fresh blueberries, fresh raspberries, fresh cherries. Again, no grapes, no bananas, no strawberries, but melons like watermelon, cantaloupe, all great things to have. And then I ordered this brown rice pasta. I don't know if Sprouts is a grocery store that we have. I'm sure Whole Foods has it too. Sprouts is a little less expensive. I ordered this actually from Amazon, and I can put the link below. I get 6 packages of this for $20 on Amazon Prime, and it's gluten-free, and I do not like whole wheat pasta. I've tried whole wheat pasta and veggie pasta, do not like it. So I thought, again, these girlfriends on my girls trip were telling me about it, and that's what they get, and I'm like, wasn't gonna taste good, brown rice pasta, and lo and behold, it tastes really, really good. I actually prefer it to regular pasta. And you know, when you're on a diet, pasta is out of the question. But on this diet, you can have pasta. So another thing I wanted to show you real quickly is on the 3 days, phase 3, when you can have like healthy fats, I absolutely love this Justin's maple almond butter. My friend had like a vanilla almond butter, which was super, super good, but I couldn't find the vanilla, so I just got the maple. And basically for a snack during phase 3, I just take a big old tablespoon of it and just eat it. You can have it with, it tastes really good with celery. Like if you ever really like to have celery and peanut butter, have celery and the maple almond butter. And I found this, I actually ordered it online, but then I found it at Target. So those are just a few of the things that I personally eat when I'm on the diet, just because I'm super picky. And like I said, I don't have like the most broad palate. So if you are someone who loves vegetables and you have a broader palate, which I'm assuming most people do, you will love this diet. Because again, it's not restrictive. You're eating every couple of hours. I mean, of course it's restrictive. I mean, you're cutting down your calories, but you're eating the right foods and you're eating more of the right foods, and it's telling your body, you know, to basically rev up your metabolism, help with your hormones and all that other good stuff. Now, I am not a nurse. I am not a personal trainer. I don't profess to know all there is to know about dieting and fitness. I know very little. All I know is what I have tried and what works for me. So take everything I've said with a grain of salt. If you're interested in trying it, then, you know, let me know how it works for you. I've just had success with it. And so as with anything, your results may vary. But what I do, and I have since, you know, you're probably wondering, well, you know, have you cut the 6 pounds off? Well, yeah, I mean, I've gained, because again, with those vacations, I've gained and I've lost, but I definitely see a difference in the way my clothes fit. I definitely feel a difference. I'm trying not to weigh myself, but maybe every 2 weeks. And so I am still down about 5 pounds and from where I started. And I think if I'm more consistent, then I'll definitely lose more of the weight. I do a lot of my working out. If I can't get to the gym, or if it's just too hot for me even to want to go to the gym, I will work out at home. And I just use my iPad to work out. I don't even bring out, I used to have DVDs and things, but now I just use my iPad on YouTube. I go to Fitness Blender. I go to Jillian Michaels, the 30-day shred. That always whips me right into shape. And it's interval training, basically. It's 3 minutes of weight training, 2 minutes of cardio, 1 minute of abs, 3 cycles. It's great, especially when I don't want to work out or I don't have time to work out. I can just pop in or press play on my iPad and get the workout out of the way. And again, some Fitness Blender ones. I just did one from Fitness Blender this morning. I really like it. So you don't have to invest a lot of money. You don't have to join a gym. You don't have to invest in the cookbook. You can just download the app, and there are also lots of recipes online for this diet. You will have to probably order a couple things that you might not have in your pantry or your refrigerator. Couldn't think for a second. Yeah, so you don't have to get all of those things, and you don't have to go out and buy all those weird, you know, coconut aminos, whatever. I mean, if you want to, by all means do, but I wasn't running around town trying to find these things. So that is all on this video of my diet and exercise routine. If you managed to sit through the whole thing, thank you so much. I hope that at least some of the information that I gave was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments if you have tried Fast Metabolism Diet, or if you have any suggestions for me of exercises or websites I should try or foods I should try. I would love to talk to you about that. You can contact me through Instagram or through my email or just right here on YouTube. I'd love to hear from you. Please also give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. And then also subscribe. I'll be putting a little clickable something somewhere for you to subscribe if you're not already. And let me know also if you'd like to see more of these types of videos, like personal type videos. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you very soon.